Hello, and welcome to YouTube. Do you suffer from tech addiction? I know I do. Do you ever wake up and immediately fall into a social media rabbit hole only to look around and realize your life force is slowly being drained from your body by a bunch of immoral, insatiable, vampiric tech corporations? Let's breathe and stretch it out. It's all going to be okay.
He was gay, so I was already confused. And so look at the perspective, and so like I was straight crowd.
It's a new year and a great time to trash toxic behaviors and foster the growth of healthy habits. Time to unsubscribe from the people, companies, and distractions that cause anxiety to course through our very beings and contribute to a sense that contemporary life is a waking nightmare. As an artist, I'm always trying to make room for my practice and build time into my day where I can focus fully on creativity. It can be hard, especially when there's so much virtual poppycock pulling at my attention. This phone just won't get out of my hand. It's like an extension of my physiology. Human beings are quickly becoming cyborgs, soon to be living full-time in Matrix-style cocoons. But the systems and softwares we're merging with aren't designed for our well-being. So how do we give ourselves some space from the virtual world while we still have the option? For starters, I use Rescue Time on the desktop and App Detox on my Android phone. These are apps for tracking where your time goes and blocking distractions. There's, ways around the blocks, but at least it's a good stopgap measure. Or you can remove social media apps from your phone completely, installing them again only when you need to post. Even if I have a busy day, I try to build 5 or 10 minutes into my schedule for activities like meditation and stretching, so I can pause to reconnect with my body and restore a sense of calm. To give myself time away from screens, I read and write on paper as much as possible. What are the techniques you recommend for managing tech use? Comment below and let me know. To be real, just to get through the writing of this video script, I had to turn off my phone, put it in a drawer, and unplug the Ethernet cable from my desktop. My brain comes up with all kinds of excuses for why I should keep my phone nearby and my internet turned on. What if I get an urgent text, a work email, an Instagram message, a dick pic on Growler, a phone call from a boomer? I don't want them to think I'm being rude and selfish by not responding right away. In the midst of this manufactured panic, I take a deep breath and commit to giving myself time off from being available. I feel a sense of calm and relief. But then, I convince myself that I need to keep the internet on so I can stream music while I write. It works. For a while. I love writing, but for me it's not the easiest mode of creation. It's vulnerable sitting in my feels, alone with my thoughts, self-doubts, anxieties, and a blank page. What if I don't know what to say? What if I do say something and it's wrong or misinformed? What if my words cause harm? What if I'm not good enough? There are a lot of what ifs to keep me from finishing the next sentence. It's an uncomfortable feeling, and my brain will do anything to escape to something else just a click away. I tell myself it's okay to take risks, that it's good to fail, that I should love myself enough to stand behind my words, even if they're full of shit. I soldier on and smoke some weed to mellow out. But then, this one song comes on. I find myself Googling it, tumbling down a rabbit hole of Wikipedia connections, and no, I have to stop this compulsive grasping at the numbing pleasures of meaningless information. Where was my train of thought? As my meditation podcast guru, Tara Brach, would say,
one of the most valuable parts of practice is the moment we become aware we've been lost in thoughts. We've been in a virtual reality. When you realize that, just pause for a moment. Appreciate waking up again.
Distraction is inevitable, but learning to regain focus is the important part. So let's take a deep breath and calm the fuck down. Okay, more tips. Here's one I picked up from Beth Pickens' great self-help book, Your Art Will Save Your Life. Buy yourself an alarm clock so you can leave your phone charging outside your bedroom and avoid waking up to the scroll. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez recently mentioned on Instagram stories that she gives herself a phone bedtime. Turn your phone off in the evenings so you have some time to unwind from the alienating deluge of digital life before you go to bed. Social media algorithms are designed to amplify the most divisive, emotionally enraging content. We know this, and despite the minor internal reforms that follow flare-ups of public outcry against the damage these systems are causing, Silicon Valley techno-libertarians who design them are driven by profit at the expense of all else. Even if they can temper the sensationalism and fascist disinformation, the core purpose of social media is to make us spend as much time on our feeds as humanly possible. The few corporations, Google, Facebook, Twitter, that create the architecture we live in online are more powerful than nations. And yet they treat their users not as citizens or even customers, but as a raw material, a natural resource to be mined for attention, clicks, and likes. These evil tech empires will continue to grow in power and influence over the next decade. We must do what we can to loosen the chokehold these companies have over our lives, taking small steps to give ourselves more autonomy and freedom from the virtual capitalist dystopia we've been living in. Throw out your phones and delete your accounts with me now. But first, make sure you like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to my new Patreon page. With your support, I can continue devoting time to crafting original content, feeding the social media beast, and struggling not to compulsively check my notifications every 15 seconds. Thank you.